Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.wordpress.com, back again with another Ferrero Friday, and this time it's a pretty Petals and Posies double fold box. The ribbon comes off and that you will see is just big enough to pop in to Ferrero Rocher. You could leave it like that, but because it's just paper, it might spring open, so you could either leave it or you could pop a ribbon band around it, whichever you prefer. So on with the project. You're going to need a piece of cardstock, and I'm using some Cajun Craze to go with the DSP, which is 5.5 by 4 1/8 inches. And I'll work out what that is in centimetres for you. So that is 10.5 by 14 centimetres. And you're going to score it first of all on the long side at 1 3/8. So that's 3.5, and 4 1/8. So 10.5. Turn it, and in the portrait you're going to do 1 3/8, and 1 3/8, that's 3.5 again, and 2 3/4, so that is 7 centimetres. So that is the base done, very simple box base. You then need two pieces of DSP which are not quite square. They're 4 1/8 by 4 1/4. So that's 10.5 by 10.8. Now on the short side, so that is this side here, which is the 4 1/8, you're going to score at 1 3/8 and 2 3/4. So the same measurements as before. Rotate, and you're going to score at 1 3/8 I'm actually going to turn it around because I want that to be my longer piece. So this is going to be the base, 1 3/8 and at 2 3/4. And that's because I want this very slightly longer piece to be the top of my box, so that you get this very slight overlap in the middle here, so you actually get a join. So you're going to do the same with the other piece of DSP. So 1 3/8 again, and 2 3/4, so 3.5 and 7 centimetres, and then that's going to be our longer piece again. So 1 3/8 and 2 3/4. So that's all our scoring done. What we're going to do now is fold our DSP and cardstock. So remembering which is our longer piece here, what we're going to do is you're going to cut down the length on both sides, and we're going to take a smidge off the end on both sides and then notch out. And again. Okay. Then you're going to cut down here and cut this away, and repeat on the other side. So cut and away, and then just come in with your scoring tool and a ruler. This is just to help it slightly, and just score across. And then all you're going to do is come in with a little glue both those sides and fold those in. And once they're folded, you can then burnish down. Then to make the box, we're going to fold and glue that, but I'm going to wait till I've made the box base to finish that off. Okay, so just get it to the same stage on both of those. So again, I'm going to do a bit quicker this time. So cut down at the top and cut a piece off the end. Notch out. Put a big notch there. And again, cut away the bottom piece, the outer corner. And you'll end up with a piece that looks like this, and then you're just going to score on the diagonal on both of these. Sorry, I've gone really quiet, haven't I? Sorry, I'm tired. Concentration. So you'd have two pieces that look like this. There's going to be your two lids. Then for our base, this is really straightforward, and if you've watched my videos before, you're quite familiar with this. Just a straightforward box base, and we're going to just cut on the long edge up to that score line. And we're going to notch out very slightly. Oh, these nights are getting so... I'm filming at night in the evening again because it's so... I'm out at work all day, and so it's dark by the time I get home. And whilst I do try, if I can, and film at weekends, it's just not possible at the moment. Those of you who follow my blog will know that it's a bit chaotic at the moment because I'm having a kitchen fitted. So in addition to my kittens, which arrived a few weeks ago, I'm now in the chaos of having no kitchen. Oh, and look at that, typical. I've forgotten to actually put any glue on the other side. So just come in. The beauty of these tape runners is they do go in quite nicely. There we go. And there's our basic box. Now, because these won't quite join on the bottom, because they always take a little bit of space, you can either put a whole piece of DSP on the bottom, or given that you've got a piece here, all you need to do is just put a little joining strip, because not many people are going to look at the bottom of your box. So if you just pop that halfway along, and then glue on the base and glue on these tabs. Now, you'll see I'm using fuse here. The reason for that is because because it's going to move as a hinge, you don't want it coming apart. So glue it on the base, glue the two flaps over, pop one there, and then pop the other one, just like so, and then give it a good squeeze so that you can then open it up and give it a good burnish on the inside, like so. There's your basic box. The other one, exactly the same procedure, so some glue on the bottom to adhere it to our base. We're going to put some glue on these tabs to hold the lid in place. So first thing is you see I'm fitting it just on the side there, so that when we pop it, there we go. Okay, bring it up on the side, do one side, then pop the other one in, open back up, don't get glue all over it as I've just done, and just burnish in place. And there, which says, is our box with our double closure lid. And because it's DSP, you'll see it holds quite well. And then the top, to decorate the top of it, all I've done is taken some die cuts from the paisley framelits, and I've got some lovely copper foil and a bit of mint macaron. And this is a useful tip that I picked up from one of the American demonstrators. When you're coming to glue these, you can get in an awful mess even with the fine tip glue. So all you need to do is get a bit of Tombow, pop it on your silicone mat, get a piece of sponge and work it in like so. Then you can just come on the back and you've made it adhesive. So pop our framelit, our other framelit, onto the back. Now obviously there's a little bit of stickiness left on the outside there, so what I do is I just come in with an embossing buddy and that takes away the stick. Then do exactly the same on a different bit, because obviously we don't want to get the glue all over yourself as I'm just doing. So just pop the glue on that like so, layer up. And this last one I've just trimmed a little bit away, a little bit of glue. And then this sponge, you're not going to throw it away, you're literally pop it in a Ziploc bag like this, and that will stay sort of tacky for a while, and you won't lose it. So there's our decoration for the top. All I've done then is literally popped some glue on the back of it. I'll just use some of our fine tip glue and stuck it to the one side. So if you've got any kind of imperfections, it's actually going to be pretty much covered up by the box. And then to do our thank you, I'm just going to use a little bit of Cajun Craze ink. And this is one of our new stamp sets coming, folks. A lovely thank you set. And I've just got a scrap of card, Cajun Craze. I'm going to call it the word window. It isn't the word window, I think it's the classic label punch. Come in, line up where you want the end to be and punch, and then we were just going to use a post-it note on the other end of that. Come in, pop it in here, just line up so that it's nice and square. And there's our little thank you. A little bit of dimensional, you know me, I'm going to use those outside edge strips. Or in this instance, just a little piece. And I haven't cut that one very square at all. I've done a really rubbish job on that one. Pop it on there. And there's your gift box. So I hope you've enjoyed that. A pretty double Ferrero holder with a pretty closed top closure. Double top closure, closed top closure, I don't know what it is, but anyway, I thought it was quite pretty. I hope you've enjoyed. Come back again soon and hopefully things are less chaotic, and don't forget to visit my blog. If you want any supplies, pop along to my Stampin' Up shop and follow the link in the information below. Bye for now.